And just when a lot of Cronos holders thought that the party was over, Tectonic comes strong and says, not so fast. What's popping, Cronos family? So what's going on in the last 5 days or so in the beginning of the year 2023? It's been really good, specifically for Tectonic. As we see the prices of crypto, it's going up a little bit more, but if this is the time when Tectonic breaks the trend of going lower, pumping and crushing down, if we see it breaking these really close resistances that we are in, I think it's going to be very significant and it could change the trend. But what's going to happen? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Go ahead and smash the like button, everybody. Consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for everybody to tuning back in. I couldn't do a live yesterday. It was Saturday, time with the fiance, and it was great. But now we're seeing, what's going on with the price. And first and foremost, well, we were already I was already expecting to be back to those 7 zeros, and I'm ready because I want to buy in at 7 zeros. That's my strategy, right? You have yours. People are buying right now as much as they can because they are looking not at 6, not at 7, but at 4 zeros, at 5 zeros, and that's perfect, right? Whatever works for you for your exit strategy. My exit strategy, I think, is really looking at after we are adding more exchanges, after possibly burning stars, after possibly the DeFi exploding. So nowhere even close we are right now, and make sure you always have one. When it comes to the price, this little nice pump increase that we had yesterday, it's magnificent. Why? Well, because it revives the energy. It provides more hope that something special is going to happen with Tectonic. Whatever it is, I believe that we are extremely close from breaking this resistance trend that we're having as we go down. And we're extremely also close to this one to pass the previous highs. And if I go to the day, I'm in the 1 hour. This is the one that we want to break. Sad but true, we couldn't break the one in the middle of 2022, and that's the only one. Really, if we want to make a big impact, this is the one that is a 6-2. 602. I mean, obviously, the price of Tectonic is not that far from it, right? You see the 3 pumps, 1, 2, 3 in the last 6 months, meaning when I see once again the price down, I mean, not just right now that is not at the highest, I mean, at the pits of hell when nobody wants to talk about Tectonic, where Tectonic becomes unpopular and Cronos is like, well, garbage protocol. Yeah, that's what people say. That's when I like to attack. So these 20-40% spikes, you take them and you decide if you want to cash out or not, which, by the way, try not to do it on the crypto.com app because they take so much in fees. You can do so on the DeFi. It's a little bit cheaper. FYI, just a tip. Now, that being said, what are we going to do with Tectonic right now? Well, obviously, as a protocol that it's kind of like leading a little bit, not in TBL, because if you take a look at its VVS finance still on the application, you add borrows, it's now Tectonic. But what are we going to do? Well, because DeFi right now is still in shock, it's still not moving, and it's still, here it is. Ethereum at 30 billion in TBL, it was 160-55 something billion. I mean, it's still lacking a lot of dollars. All of these pumps are prone to sell off eventually. I want to pick up the pieces once it's at a great price. In my opinion, as I've said before, 10x for Tectonic is not hairy. It's not hairy. Like some people will tell you 2 zeros, 1 cent, 3 zeros. I think that's very extremely unlikely with the tokenomics that we have right now. If it doesn't become deflationary or hyper deflationary, as now we're throwing that term for Shiba Inu because Shibarium is going to be burning on each and every transaction, something like that, it's a must for Tectonic. Why? Well, because we're in the trillions. There's no way that we're going to see such prices at that level of tokens, right? And I see that the admins, the team behind Tectonic, either they're too quiet and they don't want to give a response. I would love to have them on board or chat about it, just kind of hear who they are. I'm sure that they're docs, whatever. Sad but true, that's also like the feeling of crypto. You're doxxed. Nobody knows who you are. And if it fails, you can just leave onto other project. That's a way for them to protect themselves. Obviously, it doesn't provide too much transparency, but it's okay. I think slowly but surely we're going to gain ground to see who is really behind and see if somebody can become accountable for the successes, but also as well for the problems that we have. I think that's fair. Wherever it is, guys, I'm very happy for what we're seeing right now. If it continues pumping, it's gonna do something that we haven't seen, which is breaking that last price, and then continuously. It's gonna break the trend. So I'm very excited to see that. Tectonic Cronos fam, let's be strong. Fortune favors the brave. And well, I'll see you next time. Extremely happy and excited. If we see some pumping, let's go live. I'll see you, catch you later, guys. Peace.